We have big updates from Donald Trump's family and also Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer on the Epstein list. Alan Dershowitz, who was Epstein's lawyer, is the person that originally said that there was a list out there with potential Epstein clients on it. He said he saw it. It's what people, again, who don't believe Trump and what Trump is saying about the Epstein list refer to. He is the original source of that. He came out just today. He was asked point blank this week as to what the list looks like and why it hasn't been released. Here's what he said.
Is the government hiding a client list or anything that the Trump administration could release tonight?
No, there is no client list. There never has been a client list. A client list suggests that Jeffrey Epstein made a list of people to whom he trafficked women. What there is a redacted FBI affidavit from accusers. There are several of them. From accusers that accuse that accuse various people of having improper sex. And that has been redacted. The names of the people accused have been blacked out. Now, of course, because I was the lawyer and I did all the investigations, I know who all these people are. I could figure out, based on everything that I saw, who Mr. X is, Mr. Y is, and Mr. Z. I can tell you right now, none of them are public figures who are currently in office. Some of them were previously in office. Some of them are dead. But there is no client list. And the redactions could be undone if you go to court. So many of the things that are being suppressed by two judges in Manhattan. And they're doing it largely to protect the alleged accusers who are, in the view of the judges, victims.
So this is the central problem right there. I'm all for transparency, but you have a few problems with the Epstein list and all the files with it. The first is obviously that the judges aren't letting Trump actually release certain things. You can't release the victims. There was a big hubbub over Republicans in Congress today voting to not let the list come out, or rather, and we call it a list. There's no list. Just the Epstein files in general. There's a big hubbub over it. They can't do it. The judges are not allowing them to do it. Also, even if they wanted to do it, they shouldn't do it because of the second problem is that you have underage victims whose video of them doing inappropriate things and names would go out with them. And that's obviously wrong. You don't want 14-year-old girl names and child pornography getting out there. It should not be out there. That's obvious. So why Democrats would push for that is beyond me. Also, if you have alleged clients, you can't put that out there either. Because as much as we would like to see the alleged clients, I know it would be fascinating to see, we as conservatives of all people, we say that girls accusing men of sexual assault can ruin their lives forever because they may not be telling the truth. It could be a false accusation. So why would we think it's appropriate for the names to come out in this, just alleged names, before the FBI or the DOJ confirm that they were really the clients? We can't just see alleged people because no matter what, people are going to see it as real. And that's wrong. And that's pretty consistent with, again, the Me Too movement. The whole thing was conservatives were saying, yeah, an accusation is not actually something real. And so, again, it's not right for the alleged clients to get out there as much as, I would like to see it, as much as I'm curious to see it. With all of that, though, I do hope that the Trump administration releases as much as they can just for transparency purposes. I think they need to speak a little more seriously about it. Lara Trump actually said the same thing. She says that is likely to happen. We're going to get a lot of the files to come out. Here's a video of her saying that.
For him, but he hears all the noise and he hears all of the consternation out there. And I think he's going to want to set things right as well. So I believe that there will probably be more coming on this. And I believe anything that they are able to release that doesn't, damage any witnesses or anyone underage or anything like that. I believe they'll probably try to get out sooner rather than later because they hear it and they understand it. So hopefully we see that happen sooner.
Ultimately, the problem is this, guys. Even if Trump released all of the Epstein files today, literally everything, all the child porn, all the alleged clients, all the things that I don't want out there, but let's say he just did all of it, the conspiracies would not stop. People wouldn't just say, oh, we got it. That's great. Oh, yeah, Trump's not in it. Oh, yeah, we're not going to talk about it anymore. People would say that he's holding back information, and that is the problem, ultimately, with conspiracy theorists. There's no amount of evidence that's going to satisfy them, ever. The conspiracy is just going to grow deeper. There's going to be new branches of it that weren't there before, but they are now. And the conspiracy theories are just never going to end. The conspiracy theorists have to be right no matter what. But I need to see, and again, I have to say this too, the conspiracy theorists could be right. I'm not saying it's not, but I need to see the evidence first. We can't just sit here and say that someone is guilty when we don't actually have the evidence for if they're guilty or not. And I think it's very easy to be a conspiracy theorist. It's the easy route to take. To actually take the evidence is the hard thing. To be a conspiracy theorist is very easily. What they're saying right now, essentially, is that people who are waiting for the evidence are complicit. That's the whole argument of the conspiracy theorists, that whole part on the right and on the left. The argument is that the people who are just saying they want evidence are covering for Epstein. They're child predators themselves. Maybe they're agents of Mossad. The thing is any people looking for evidence could turn it on those conspiracy theorists in a dime. I could say right now, oh, you think that Trump was just, on that list and that Epstein was murdered in jail? I think that Epstein escaped jail. I think he faked his death. He's still out there doing awful things today. How dare you? How dare you for covering for Epstein by saying that he is dead, that he was murdered, when we all know that he's out there, because it just makes sense. How dare you for being so evil? Do you see how I can just immediately make myself more self-righteous, the hero, while I can just make everyone else look like the evil person? That's what the conspiracy theorists are doing right now. It's very easy to do. You can just dig deeper and say everyone above you is stupid, and not only are they stupid, but they're actually corrupt and evil, and they're trying to help child predators. That's what these people do. It's harmful. The best I think we can do is call for Trump to release all the info that he can, and then we can elect people who we trust to reveal these things. And that was the whole justification, by the way, for 2024. That's what we did. We elected Trump to take care of this. We also, with that, elected Dan Bongino and Kash Patel. And they came to a certain conclusion about Epstein. And now that some people don't like their conclusions, they're turning on them. Which, again, it's your prerogative, but you elected them to trust them. That was the whole purpose, was you went in there saying, to a degree, I trust you on this. So that's why I'm putting you in there. That's why you voted for them. And then they came to a conclusion that you didn't like, and so you're like, I don't trust you anymore. So in other words, you never actually trusted them. Never. You just wanted them to tell you what you wanted to hear. And as soon as they didn't say that, you turned on them. Again, stop the self-righteousness. That's super easy. It's the easiest thing you can do. Stop the self-righteousness that comes from making your conspiracy theory bigger than the next guy. That's all you're doing. It's not helpful. What would actually be helpful is calling for some reasonable transparency and then actually electing people that you trust to get rid of these evil people like Epstein. The progressive left is a cult, guys. I talk about it in my book, A New Cult. Talk about some crazy stories. I talk about Epstein, actually. Go check it out right now. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like the video so other great patriots like yourselves will see it. And you can tune in every single weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show, or you can watch another video right here.